Good afternoon. My name is Danielle Oglesby, and I am the Chief Operating Officer of the Nassau County Industrial Development Agency. And I have been authorized to hold a public hearing. Today is December 15th, 2020, and the time is now 3:30 p.m. Given the ongoing COVID-19 public health crisis and related executive orders issued by Governor Andrew Cuomo, this public hearing is being conducted using telephone conference and video conference. Participants have accessed this public hearing through a Zoom registration or by watching the live stream on our YouTube channel, which can be found at nassauidalive.org. If you are participating via Zoom, the agency encourages all interested parties to participate and as such has reserved certain points in today's meeting for public comment. If you choose to make a comment, you will do so by selecting the raise hand icon on your device. Once you select the raise hand icon, you will have the opportunity to speak when your name is announced. Please note that this is a moderated meeting, and at times you may hear us speaking directly to our moderator, Catherine Fee, Chief Marketing Officer for the IDA. Please note that this hearing is being both live streamed and recorded. In addition, we have a stenographer present who will be transcribing the meeting so we can add the transcripts of these meetings to the public record, excuse me. Interested parties may also submit written comments, which will be included within the public meeting record. Written comments may be sent to the attention of Harry Coughlin, Chief Executive Officer at 1 West Street, 4th floor, Mineola, New York, 11501, or via email at info@nassauida.org. Public comments will be shared with the agency board at its meeting on December 16th at 6:45 p.m. when the project will be considered. This is a public hearing pursuant to Section 859A of the New York General Municipal Law as amended with respect to the project of the agency for Mitchell Field Senior Citizens Redevelopment Company, LP, a limited partnership organized and existing under the laws of the state of New York, pursuant to a certain tax exemption agreement entered into on June 27, 1980, and the New York Private Housing Finance Law. The applicant obtained a 40-year tax exemption coupled with the obligation to make payments in lieu of taxes following the initial closing of the mortgage loan used to finance the construction of an approximately 93,884 square foot building used for affordable housing for disabled individuals and low-income seniors aged 62 and over, referred to as the Mitchell Houses, located at 1485 Front Street, East Meadow, Town of Hempstead, Nassau County, New York, Section 50, Block 601, Lot 8, which the tax exemption is scheduled to expire no earlier than December 31st, 2020. Mitchell Houses is presently operating as a senior citizen and supportive housing community consisting of 126 apartment units, of which 125 units are affordable and 1 unit is a non-revenue generating superintendent apartment, with the community comprised of 94 one-bedroom units for persons 62 and older, 20 2- and 3-bedroom units for families where the head of household is disabled, and 11 one-bedroom units for disabled individuals, all operated under the HUD Housing Assistance Payments Contract to ensure affordability to its residents. The applicant has presented an application for financial assistance to the agency, which application requests that the agency consider undertaking a project consisting of the following. A1, the acquisition of a leasehold interest in the land. 2, the renovation of Mitchell Houses on the land, together with related improvements to the land. 3, the acquisition of certain furniture, fixtures, machinery, and equipment necessary for the completion thereof, all of the foregoing for the continued use by the applicant as affordable housing for disabled individuals and low-income seniors aged 62 and over. B, the granting of certain financial assistance within the meaning of Section 854.14, the General Municipal Law, with respect to the foregoing in the form of potential exemptions or partial exemptions from the real property taxes and sales and use taxes. And C, the lease, license, or sale of the project facility to the applicant or such other entity as may be designated by the applicant and agreed upon by the agency. The project would be initially owned, operated, and/or managed by the applicant or such other entity as may be designated by the applicant and agreed upon by the agency. The company would receive financial assistance from the agency in the form of potential exemptions or partial exemptions from real property taxes, sales and use taxes, and mortgage recording taxes. Notice of this public hearing was published in Newsday, Nassau edition on November 29th, 2020, and provided to the Chief Executive Officer of each county, city, town, village, school district, and other affected tax jurisdiction within which the project facility is located by letter dated November 29th, 2020. The purpose of this hearing is to provide an opportunity for all interested parties to present their views, both orally and in writing, with respect to the project and/or the granting of the financial assistance. During this video conference, for all persons wishing to make a comment, I encourage you to click the raise hand icon on your screen to be heard. It is requested that remarks be limited to 3 minutes per speaker. Please state your full name with spelling and address for the record. I would first like to ask Ms. Lees if she would like to make a presentation on behalf of the applicant.
Thank you. So my name is Jessica Lees. I'm an attorney for the applicant with offices at 333 Earl Ovington Boulevard in Uniondale, New York. We do have the applicants, represented from the applicants at the hearing here today as well, Russell Moore and Daniel Smith. Many of the details of the project have already been stated. As mentioned, this is an affordable housing project, and we are seeking to continue to have it operate as affordable housing and extend the pilot, have a new 35-year pilot to be able to continue the affordable components. As mentioned, we are seeking the sales and use tax exemption for renovations that are including resurfacing of roadways, replacement of windows, replacement of exterior roofing and siding, and installation of various energy efficient components. The applicants are also, those are the immediate improvements. The applicants are also proposing additional improvements subsequent to that, which they are not seeking financial assistance for. But basically, they would just like to preserve the affordability component for this community for disabled and elderly individuals. If there's any questions, but the applicants are available here today. But basically, that is our presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Lees. I would now like to ask Chairman Kessel if he would like to make any remarks.
Yes, thank you, Danielle, and thank you to the applicants and anyone who's watching. I'm here with our CEO, Harry Coughlin. Just want to indicate for the record that as is policy and has been our policy, I did personally reach out to the town of Hempstead supervisor, my good friend Don Clavin, and we had to talk about this project, let him know about the project and the hearing and the time for the hearing. And I also left a message for County Legislator Kaban Abrams, who represents this district, let him know about the project, left a message and details about the hearing. And that's important. Obviously, the board will take this up at our meeting currently scheduled for tomorrow night. Just wanted to indicate that I'm very familiar with the housing, the history of the housing going way back. Not that I was there at the beginning, but you know, it's a very important part of affordable housing for older and disabled people. It's had a long storied history in Nassau County and in the town of Hempstead. I think it's in a county where this kind of housing for elderly and disabled people at affordable prices is very rare. And so anything that I think the IDA can do to make sure that this continues, that is enhanced, I'm supportive of.
Thank you, Chairman. Is there anyone else wishing to be heard with respect to the project or the financial assistance?
No, Danielle, not at this time.
Okay, thank you. On behalf of the agency, I would like to thank everyone for attending this public hearing and for their comments with respect to the project and the financial assistance. It is now 3:40 p.m. and I call this hearing to a close. Thank you, everyone.